Morning students. Today's topic is basis and process of accounting. As you know, accounting is a process, and this accounting process begins from the identification of transactions. First of all, we should know in this process that there are different type of transactions in any business, but we should treat only the transactions which are of monetary nature. So we should identify all the transactions which are expressed in the terms of money. I have explained you when we started this chapter, accounting. What is the definition of accounting? At that time we have discussed the first point of process is to identify the business transactions. And after identifying the business transaction that they are already in the terms of money, after that we enter in the books. But after identifying the transaction and before recording those transactions in the book, we should prepare the voucher. Suppose there is a transaction of monetary term, but we should have an evidence, and for this evidence we should prepare the voucher. Without preparing the voucher, we cannot enter any transactions in the book. And after preparation of what are the vouchers? You know, as checkbook. If somebody is paying the payment, at that time we should receive a check, and check will also be a voucher. And if we are paying any money, at that time we should have for the proof a pay slip. There should be pay slip, cash voucher, cash memo, checks. These are all the vouchers. And after preparing the voucher, we record in the books of original entries. What is the books of original entry? It's called journal. And in journal there is a specific method of recording, and the method of recording that transaction in the books of original entry, which is journal, there is a system, and every transaction is entered through an entry. And in entry we should follow the rule of debit and credit. We will learn how we enter any transaction in the journal when we learn about the journal. After recording in the books of journal, at that time we classify all the journals, all the journal entries into the ledger. Means we classify the transactions of same nature will be written down at one place. This is called ledger. Means we classify the transactions of same nature at one place. In this way we prepare journal, and after preparing journal we prepare ledger, and after preparing ledger we find the balances of those ledgers and prepare a statement which is called trial balance. Trial balance, if the balance of trial balance is not equal, it means there is some mistake at the time of posting ledger or preparing at the time of journal. It means, but trial balance shows only arithmetic mistakes. After preparing trial balance at the end of the year, every businessman want to know what is the profit or if there is any loss. The actual position of the business will be shown in the final statements, and at the time of preparing final statement we prepare revenue account, profit and loss account, and finally balance sheet. This is the process. In this way we can say the process of accounting starts from identification of transaction. After that we prepare vouchers. After preparation of voucher we record all the entries in the book which is called journal, and after that we classify in ledger, and after classifying in ledger we prepare trial balance, and after trial balance we prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. This is the process of accounting. But we should also know that there are two bases of accounting. One base is cash basis of accounting and other is accrual basis of accounting. Okay? So first of all we should know what is cash basis of accounting. In this base of accounting we only record those transactions which are of cash nature. Suppose if any businessman sells goods in cash, it will be recorded in cash basis. And if a person sells in credit, that will not be entered in cash basis. Means only cash transactions will be recorded in cash basis. On the other hand, we can take another example. If any businessman receive money in cash, it will be written in cash basis. If the businessman pay some expenses in cash, that will also be written in cash basis. This is the cash basis. What is the advantage of this cash base of accounting? It is very easy. It is very easy and we cannot estimate anything in this base of accounting. But we should also know one disadvantage of this accounting is it is not more reliable. It does not show the actual profit and loss of the business. So it is not considered, it is not accepted by the Accounting Act 2013. Okay. Now we will see the accrual basis of accounting. In this accrual basis of accounting, we have the record of all cash transactions as well as credit transactions also. Okay, if some businessmen are selling the goods in cash and also in credit, at that time cash basis will not be appropriate. At that time accrual basis will be appreciated. Okay, and if any businessman purchases goods in cash or purchases goods in credit, on the other hand, if some amount of any income is about to receive, means that income is not received in the accounting year, but it will be received, it is earned at that time, that income will also be shown in the accrual basis of accounting, and at that time it will be called accrued income. On the other hand, if any income we have earned but it was we have received but we don't have earned, we have not earned that income but we have received, that will be called unearned income, and it will also be shown here after deducting in particular income. In the same way, we are talking about the accrued or unearned income. In the same way, if we paid some amount in advance, means that expense was of next year, but we have paid, it means that is prepaid, and it will also be deducted in that particular expense, and it will be shown here in accrual basis. Okay, and on the other hand, if an expenses is due, we have not paid in the current accounting year, but we will have to pay, it means that is outstanding, and it will also be shown in the accrual basis. So we can say this accrual basis is more appropriate, and it shows the actual profit and loss of the business, and it is considered, it is appreciated by the Accounting Act 2013. Students, I think you have understood process and basis of accounting. First of all, we have learned process. This is identification of transaction, preparation of voucher, recording of books in original entry, posting to ledger, preparation of trial balance, and final statement. In this way, this is called a process. And basis we are talking about. Basis, there are two bases: cash basis of accounting and accrual basis of accounting. We have discussed cash basis of accounting, and what is cash basis of accounting, what are the advantage of cash basis of accounting, and what are the disadvantage of cash basis accounting. In the same way, we have discussed accrual basis of accounting, what are the benefits, what are the advantage of accrual basis of accounting, as well as what are the disadvantages of accrual basis of accounting. I think you have understood each and everything very clear. Okay, till then.